We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects unto God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take off? Our fathers in former times went in multitude unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respects unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing all my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget not teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weak for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more repent. Y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha! Now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65 verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66 verse 3, no swine. Okay. Oh, you gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Sage your boys here, chillin', drippin' spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. ASAP, man. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Yeah. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Yeah, Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom. I was going to say, I thought I had to readjust my sound and whatnot, but I just had to click a button. But shalom. Hold on right quick, y'all. All right, shalom, y'all. Um, Shout out to everybody in the building that's in here. Shalom, brother Arad. Shalom, brother Linzel. It's been a long time, y'all. Um, Y'all see, old girl, she not here with us today. Um, it's a lot going on, man. You know what I'm saying? You right too, Linzel, man. Um, Matter of fact, let me put that comment up for you. Linzel said the end is nigh. Man, and you can just tell it, man. You can just tell it's in the air, man, as far as, all the things that's going on and whatnot, man. People, getting cold hearted, man. It's like it's crazy, man, because you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? That we at the end or whatnot. But yeah, me and the old girl, we going through some problems right now, so she ain't here, and we got to keep pushing though. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to keep doing what the Most High want us to do. You know what I'm saying? Um, Everybody have their problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying, in their life, and it's I guess it's our time or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But um, as far as the end is nigh, man. I know y'all been seeing all the commotion going on with Trump, uh, Benjamin, not a Jew, and the Iranians or whatnot. It's just back and forth. But the Iranians, man, they put that smoke on Benjamin Netanyahu or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, if y'all seen the videos, and I ain't getting none of those videos because I had, I got other videos that I want to talk about. But um, the videos that they showed, as far as them bombing Israel or whatnot, man, it was crazy. Like they wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said Iron Dome. Where at? That thing wasn't working. The Iron Dome didn't show up, right? Um, Hold on, right quick. Let me. Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate that too, Linzel, man. But you know what I'm saying. As far as with that situation, man, it's out of my hands, man. I tried, and I tried, and I tried, but it's like, I mean, I gotta leave it in the Most High's hands. You know what I'm saying? Um, people getting other people ears and all kind of stuff though, man. But getting back to the stuff that's going on in this world. Um, Now Trump, you know, he had brought out a ceasefire, and that ceasefire, you know what I'm saying? They ain't give a damn about no ceasefire. Iran definitely was like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't agree to shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't negotiating with America or Israel. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like all of a sudden they stopped or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more bombing going on right now. Maybe they, reloading the clip. Um, but we know that's gonna start back up. You know what I'm saying? Because Iran is like, that nation that's gonna um, bring about America, going down and whatnot, or being destroyed, um, with the help of other nations. because as they was beefing, you know, throwing missiles back and forth or whatnot, you know, you had Iran and its allies like, you know, look, I got that, I got this stuff, you know, I got these missiles and whatnot. You need them, you know what I'm saying? But Iran, they ain't really want to bring nobody in right now. They basically was like, you know, we got this. We got, you know, Israel, they ain't like that. It's when America come and, you know, interfere or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? With Trump dropping those what do they call them? Bunker bombs or whatnot. You know, and then they said that Iran was already up on what areas they was gonna hit. So they hurry up and move all their stuff from those areas, and it basically was a dry run as far as Trump bombing those areas. And we know that Iran shot some shit over there at them American bases, you know, for our people, you know, who over there in the Middle East, in the Army, the Navy, all that stuff, they need to get about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting heated out here where, you know, it's not gonna be good for them being over there in those areas, the Middle East, period. But let's look at some things that Donald Trump, your boy Donald Trump, or like Willie D says, your president, not mine. But Donald Trump, he said some things. So we're gonna take a listen at him, and then we'll be right back. Let me restart that. I'll be right back, y'all.
And I'm putting out a little statement. I'm going to respond to the Ayatollah's statement yesterday that we won the war. Oh, God, we won the war. And I said, look, you're a man of great faith, a man who's highly respected in this country. You have to tell the truth. You got beat to hell. And Israel was beat up too. They were both beat up.
If the intelligence reports conclude that Iran can enrich uranium to a level that concerns you, would you consider bombing the country again?
Without question, absolutely.
So he said, without a question, will he bomb them again? You know, he'll bomb them again. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that I wanted to stick in on. You know, like zoom in on. You know, to let everybody basically know that it's not over with, you know. It's going to be some more fighting. The Most High, you know, he gave us the prophecies about America, about, you know what I'm saying, these nations going after each other, wars and rumors of wars, and you know, just like Brother Lindsay said, you know, we here. We here now, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no turning back. So we got to get right with the Most High, you know. We got to keep these commandments. We got to continuously wake our people up. I wanted to show this other video, man, because, you know, when I seen this video, I was like, now, I can get with this. Even though, you know what I'm saying, as far as with the... With them knowing, or with them being in those geographical areas, as far as, you know what I'm saying, the 12 tribes, Manasseh, all those being in South, you know, they say they being in South America. But as far as from my understanding of the scriptures, Judah was dispersed, you know, all over the world, all over the earth or whatnot. The 10 tribes still was in Africa. You know, that's my understanding. I know other people might have different, you know, understandings or whatnot, but that's my understandings or whatnot. But I want y'all to look at this video. Y'all might have seen this video, but this is what I can relate to. You know what I'm saying? As far as our brothers or whatnot. And then I got another video some more videos of Native American Indians, you know, talking about us or whatnot. So let's get with this video.
They call us African Americans today, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Benjamin. They call us West Indians now, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Levi. They call us Haitians now, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now. I'm Ephraim. They call us Puerto Ricans, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now. I'm Manasseh. They call us Cubans now, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now. I'm Simeon. They call us Dominicans now, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now. I'm Zebulon. They call us Hondurans and Guatemalans, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Gad. They call us Native Americans, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Reuben.
They call us Seminoles, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Asher. They call us Colombians, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Issachar. They call us Mexicans, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
I'm Naphtali. They call us Chileans and Argentinians, and Deuteronomy 28 fits us. We waking up now.
All right, now as y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, I can relate to all the brothers that were shown on the screen or whatnot, you know. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Just like we amongst our enemies, they're amongst their enemies, or they with their oppressors or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? These are the ones that are the outcasts, are the ones they call Afro-Latinos or Afro-Mexicans or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? These are, you know, they have African features. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can relate to what I'm saying. But I don't get, you know, and I know these people, you know what I'm saying, recognize themselves as being black. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not our nationality, or you know, that's just how they recognize us. We black. You know what I'm saying? And I know that all the, you know, these 12 guys that was on here, I know they considered black too. Now, this dude right here. This dude right here, so-called Native America or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play him, and then I'm gonna come back and you know, we're gonna talk about it.
Why are black men so threatened by Native American men? I can't even go live or post anything without some black dude trying to harass me or insult me. Why are you so bothered and threatened by us? And I know I'm not the only Native man. You guys be all up in our messages, all on our comments, all in our live streams, trying to dehumanize us and bully us. Are you sure someone like me didn't steal your girl or beat you up or something? Stop calling yourself an Indian. You're not Indian.
And, you know, there you go. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, they supposed to be our people. But they don't consider themselves black, you know, and I don't see other people calling them black, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know, some of the Mexicans and Latinos or whatnot, they don't call them black, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't feel no, you know what I'm saying, no relation. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I might be wrong or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? This is just this how I feel or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no relations to them. And then it's like the way they feel about us. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, people talk about, or people bring out, people bring out as far as that Ephraim was going to envy Judah or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But you have that same thing going on with, you know, the people in Africa. You know what I'm saying? They envy us. They envy us because we in America. You know, we making all this money. We got better chances of having a good life or whatnot. Because, you know, 9 times out of 10, the people there, they ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing. But the thing about it is that, I mean, man, it's a good experience. You know what I'm saying? To go to Africa and to see, you know, our people and shit. You know, you can tell them our people. You know what I'm saying? As far as the things they do, you know, how they are. I mean, it's like, you know, how they dance, sing, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, you know, these are people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go and get off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm not trying to get nobody to, you know, stop believing on what they believe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We just got to do more research, and the Most High, He got to reveal, you know, things to us that, you know, we can't really understand like that, or we don't know for sure of what is what and who is who, right? But let's get into this thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring out as far as with Benjamin Netanyahu and how these goddamn devils is hypocrites, right? Now y'all remember when Zelensky came to the White House and he said something to Trump like, you know, I don't know if I'm saying it the correct way, but he said something about your waters or your oceans is gonna be threatened. Or it was something to that extent that like they're gonna be next, or you know what I'm saying, they gonna be coming over there. He was saying that, but Benjamin Netanyahu, he said basically the same thing. Like, you know, Iran gonna bring the missiles over to America or whatnot. But let's look at this video.
Will deal blows to the Ayatollah regime that they cannot even imagine. Now, the Iranian regime is bombing our civilian neighborhoods while we are targeting the terrorists. Now, this is not new. They've tried to assassinate President Trump twice. They bombed American embassies. They killed 241 Marines in Beirut. They killed and injured thousands of Americans with their IEDs in Iraq and Afghanistan. They burn the American flag. They chant endlessly, "Death to America." Our enemy is your enemy. And by doing what we're doing, we're dealing with something that will threaten all of us sooner or later. Our victory will be your victory. How do we intend to achieve that victory? Well, we've already done great things. We've taken out their senior military leadership. We've taken out their senior technologists who are leading the race to build atomic weapons that would threaten us, but not only us. We've done all that and many other things, but we are also aware of the fact that there's more to be done. So we're preparing. We paved the way to Tehran, and our pilots over the skies of Tehran will deal blows to the Ayatollah regime that they cannot even imagine. And I can tell you this, we have indications that senior leaders in Iran are already packing their bags. They sense what's coming.
Are you going to target the supreme leader?
Look, we're doing what we need to do. I'm not going to get into the details, but we've targeted their top nuclear scientists. It's basically Hitler's nuclear team. You know, we got them. We still have work to do on other sites. We have targeted their ballistic missile manufacturing facilities. Understand this. You see these bombs. You saw a single bomb. It's a 1-ton bomb, John, dropping on Tel Aviv and other places, causing killing men, women, and children. They're deliberately targeting our population. We're not doing that. We're targeting their military sites, their nuclear sites, their ballistic missile sites, so they don't have 20,000 of these that no country could survive.
Why you always lying?
Long, but you know, there's a limit, because if we don't act now, there won't be a 13th hour. So we have to act. But what I'm saying is that we're not merely protecting ourselves. We're protecting everybody. We're protecting our Arab neighbors with whom we want to expand the peace, as we did under President Trump's leadership in the Abraham Accords. That will be possible if Iran is defanged. We're also protecting the world. They have ballistic missiles that can now reach deep into Europe and soon could reach the United States. And imagine what this regime that calls death to America every time, that bombed your American embassies, that murdered 241 Marines in Beirut, that killed and injured thousands of American servicemen in Iraq and Afghanistan, that tried to blow up a restaurant in Washington, that burns the American flag. You want these people to have nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them to your cities? Today it's Tel Aviv, tomorrow it's New York. I understand America first. I don't understand America dead. That's what these people want. They chant death to America. So we're doing something that is in the service of mankind, of humanity, and it's a battle of good against evil. America should and does stand with the good. That's what President Trump is doing, and I deeply appreciate his support. Now, the Iranian regime is bombing our civilian neighborhoods while we are...
Hold on, let me get my picture back. All right. Now, all right, let me comment on the comment that Brother Lenzel spoke on. He says, plus I haven't seen a lot of them waking up like us either. And I agree with you on that too, man. That's another thing, you know what I'm saying, I'll be looking at. Like, they don't be saying they Israel or, you know what I'm saying, having some type of connection with us. Now, I know it's a small percentage of them that, you know what I'm saying, say they Israel, or, you know what I'm saying, I never heard none of them say they black. You know what I'm saying? But that's true though, Lenzel, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them not waking up. As far as the so-called Native American Indians or whatnot, the Mexicans, the Latinos, you know, none of them, they don't seem to have a connection with us or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are brothers. You know, it's always empathy or, you know, they feel sorry for us of how we get treated or whatnot. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, they gonna side with that pink booty and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Time and time again, man. They want to be white, you know, I mean, man, look, I don't know why I ain't got those. Oh, okay, here they go. I was wondering what those messages is. Okay, Brother Lenzel said Hitler nuclear team came to America in Operation Paperclip. Operation Paperclip. Okay, I'm getting that mixed up with Operation Fishbowl or whatnot, but. As far as, you know, him saying that soon they're going to come to America as far as the missiles or whatnot, Zelensky said the same thing, and Trump and them was ready to whoop his ass up in that White House. And I was like, damn. And, you know, this man, he coming saying the same shit, basically. You know what I'm saying? The bomb's going to be in New York next. You know, and they didn't give him no type of pushback. You know, none of that shit. But we know that the Israelis is running America. They run American government. You know, I hope we know that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else. Oh, okay, damn. Lenzel said those ones say we're Canaanites. Wow. And then Brother Araya, quite a number of those tribes had slaves back in the day. That's why the Buffalo Soldiers battled with them. I mean, man, it's, you know, I know about that too, Brother Araya. You know what I'm saying? just like I said, you know, as far as what I believe and what I read, and I'm not gonna say how I feel, but you know what I'm saying, the history or whatnot. You know, don't nobody, everybody hate the black man. I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? After the black man, then you got everybody else or whatever and shit. You know, motherfuckers hate Chinese and all, you know what I'm saying? But to the black man, we hated above, you know, of everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't get no slack. Everybody else gets slack. We don't get no goddamn slack. Everybody hate us and shit. But getting back to, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu basically saying, like, if y'all don't help us and shit, then they're going to be sending them missiles over to y'all too. And they ain't give him none of the energy that they gave Zelensky. You know what I'm saying? So we know what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all praise to the Most High for opening our eyes and letting us see what's really going on, man. So we can prepare ourselves, you know, by keeping the commandments and by keep waking our people up. So, you know, we can possibly be redeemed, right? Another thing that I wanted to talk about today too is let me get this video. It's about the birthright thing. I know y'all probably been hearing about that. They passed the law or whatever. I really ain't got the full understanding on it because, you know, different people are saying different things. So if y'all can, you know what I'm saying, like kind of bring me up to code and enlighten me about, you know what I'm saying, like what this means, because people saying it means this and it means that, you know what I'm saying, and it's you know, I'm like really confused about it. I know there's something suspicious about this shit though. You know what I'm saying? That's and I feel like that's all I need to know. There's something that's suspicious about this. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this video right quick. And this is Trump, you know what I'm saying, addressing it. So maybe we can get some clarification of what he's talking about. So I'll be right back.
And thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious. But this lets us go there and finally win that case because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now properly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people. We have so many of them. I have a whole list. I'm not going to bore you, and I'm going to have Pam get up and say a few.
Now this deep right here. You know what I'm saying, man? We talking about slave babies. You know what I'm saying? As far as how we, you know, are you know what I'm saying, are looked at. We slaves. You know what I'm saying? Our people is fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? Because they believe that we free. You know what I'm saying? This man is on national TV calling us the baby of slaves and shit, man. Y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all talk to me on this, man. Y'all talk to me, man. Arise said, okay, I want, let me, yeah, Arise said no anchor babies or whatnot, right? I think now correct me if I'm wrong. Anchor babies is when somebody go out of America, I think out of America and have a baby by another nation, and they allowed to bring that baby back in, or somebody from another nation coming to America and they have a baby with an American, and that baby is now, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. I think that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the anchor baby or whatnot. But Brother Araya said all these brown people mad at us for not supporting them, but where were they for us? Exactly, man. Where was they ever at for us, man? You know what I'm saying? They mind their own motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? They be like, those black problems and shit, them ain't our problems. You know what I'm saying? Those people, they stick with each other and shit. You know, because when I was in prison, man, I was around a lot of fucking Mexicans, man. You know, Latinos and stuff like that, man. And man, they stuck together, man. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't like us. They didn't. You know, I almost got into it with a couple of them playing basketball and shit, man. I almost mopped the floor up with one of them dudes, man. But yeah, they stick together, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. As far as us reading the curses and stuff like that, man. Like it's where the curses at on these people, man. You know what I'm saying? With the hair, you know, we got the our women or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? With the cursed hair and all that stuff, man. I don't see it. Where is it at, man? You know, but this birthright thing, you know, he said that was for the slave babies or whatnot. You know, and it trips me out, man, that he's on national television saying that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Reminding us, y'all some goddamn slaves. You know what I'm saying? And our people can't fucking, grasp that. That these fuckers look at us as fucking slaves. Just like any other nation look at us as slaves, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. You know, when I looked at this video, I'm like, damn. We're in 2025. And this motherfucker up here calling us slave babies and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Now, Lindsay said they are about to deport millions by the sound of it. Yeah, exactly right, man. I got another video, you know what I'm saying, of this lady. And she trying to connect that as far as, you know what I'm saying, this citizenship birthright to us, as far as, you know, he gonna try to deport us or whatnot. But hold on, let me get this this comment Brother Arag put out. Yeah, I think their population decline got them shook. They trying to stop from being a minority in this country. Right, exactly. Now, I agree with that 100%. Hell yeah. Trump, like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's when they came out with the thing as far as about giving people, giving they women money or whatever to have kids and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they know. They know. Exactly, man. That's facts right there. But let's look at this video of what this lady, she's talking about. And then I'm going to give y'all another perspective on what somebody else think. I think I got two more perspectives of what somebody else is talking about, right? So let's get into this video right here.
So the Supreme Court ruled today that the federal courts have limited say in the birthright, ruling specifically that the judges were trying to provide injunctions to. Trump quickly gets on TV to make an announcement how he's going to roll through and continue with his executive orders to remove birthright citizenship that was meant for, now, I wanted you guys not to miss this. Peep this. He's clearly telling you what the plan is, because he's clearly saying birthright citizenship was meant for babies of slaves. Who did he say again? Babies of slaves. So if they remove the law that protects this, every person that has slave lineage would no longer be a citizen. And I'll repeat that. Based on what they're saying, that rule was archaic, antiquated. It was made for years and years ago when slavery existed, and it was to make babies born to slaves citizens. So if they remove this law, this protection, as a means of fooling people to believe that they're talking about other immigrants, but by removing the law, it clearly was meant for babies born to slaves. If you remove that, every baby born thereafter would not be a citizen. And guess who then could be deported? So there, my friends, is the master plan. They're going to sell us. They're going to deport us. All those who've taken those 23andMe DNA tests, those Ancestry.com tests, all those who have slave lineage will be subject to deportation. That's why he's making all these quote-unquote deals with El Salvador, Qatar, all these foreign countries to hold all of these migrants. No one has stopped to think or ask, where are all these migrants coming from? We don't have this many people that we need to get country upon country to create these camps, mind you, to house these migrants, these criminals, they were saying. But in reality, he's getting into the slave trade. He's going to deport U.S. Black American citizens and or probably start with criminal prisoners. They're going to start with prisoners in jail. And then they're going to venture out to anyone else that goes against him, because you're no longer a citizen, mind you. And you're going to get deported to be an indentured slave and or slave in one of these other countries. Wake up. You voted for this. Whether or not Rusky Muskie had anything to do with it, they're continuing to allow it to go on. So unless we put a stop to it, it's going to continue to go on. Happy Friday.
All right, now she, you know what I'm saying, totally like lost me on that one and shit, because I'm not going into no motherfucking slavery with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures tell us that, you know, this is our last captivity or whatnot. So she went off on that, you know what I'm saying? That shit, I don't get what she talking about, man. But my brother Lindsay said, fine with me. I hate it here anyway, man. You and me both, man. I'm about ready to pack my goddamn bags and go back, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't have citizenship in Ghana, but I do got residency. You know, I got a year residency in Ghana or whatnot. But I'm with you though, Lindsay. I'm man. If I can get the hell up out of here again, man, it would be beautiful. But you know, it's not. As far as with the money, the the house situation or whatever, man, them houses is too expensive there, man. They too expensive there. And then if you get one that you can afford, man, it's like you buying the gutter of the gutter and shit. You know what I'm saying? My brother Araya said immigrant babble. Now let's get another person's perspective about this whole thing with the birthright. Now I'll be back.
Our own government, our own president is hurting our own people. 30 days from now, birthright citizenship is ending in 20 states. He's about to become a dictator. So I want to think again to the MAGA who voted for him. Now we all got a problem because now we all deportable. Because birthright citizenship clearly means anybody born in the U.S. is not a citizen anymore. So everybody got a problem. So everybody's deportable. And that's going to create a huge, huge issue in this country if we all don't say something. Trump is becoming a dictator and becoming a tyrant in the world. The people that we used to go to war against, World War I, World War II, now we are becoming those types. And we're hurting our own government, our own president is hurting our own people. The same guy who says we never do anything for America, that wants to make America great again.
All right. Now, it seemed like, he had kind of, sort of the same perspective that she had, but she, that's what I said, she went off, and I'm like, we like, she talking about we gonna be slaves again, or, we gonna be under these other countries and all that stuff, but that's not scriptural. So, I can't get with that. But let's hear this other guy on what he's saying. Now, I think he has a whole totally different perspective than these other two we just listened to. So I'll be back.
Bro, are you well? Now, I assume you're a brother just by looking at your profile picture, but do you really understand what this decision means? It has nothing to do at all with birthright citizenship. And I've seen brothers and sisters in my comments talking about, well, this means we can stay and we're a citizen, all of which are moot points. What this means is Trump can issue executive orders that will be obeyed and followed jurisdiction by jurisdiction, district by district, unless a citizen or organization brings about a court case for relief, which must then go through the district court, then the circuit court, then the court of appeals, etc. You know how long that could take? Years. So what if Trump issued an executive order tomorrow saying that African Americans are no longer considered citizens in your district? Based on a decision today, that would be the rule of law for your district until suit is brought about. So I'd rethink my stance on this, brother.
Okay, he got a little bit more deeper into it, and I bet he basically saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as with the jurisdictions that they will have to go through to switch it back up after he, did this executive order or whatnot. It'll be years and years before they come back. The appeals, of course, and all that stuff, going through that stuff to, get it reversed or whatnot. But he already sent you off somewhere up out of America, right? So I don't know what I was thinking about. Maybe I wasn't, getting what they were saying when I first listened to it and put it together. But this is another guy, and let's hear what he's talking about. But I think this is a dude who got a different perspective. I might be wrong again, but let's see, y'all.
I know y'all seen the good news just came out with the birthright citizenship. Native Americans, you're done. African immigrants, you're done. Caribbean immigrants, you're done. All you other immigrants that was coming here benefiting off of black people treaty rights in their land, you're done. It's over. Y'all out of here. Y'all don't get no more benefits. All the benefits that were supposed to be coming directly to the so-called reclassified African Americans, the original indigenous people of this land. Y'all done. It's over. Y'all out of here. Tribal cards, done. Passing, no jurisdiction. It's over. All immigrants, y'all don't see no more benefits. All for black people rights and their inheritance.
Okay, so now I've heard something like this before as far as they saying he just reclassified us or whatnot as being the indigenous people of America or whatnot. But, you know, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It would be some type of an uproar, or you know what I'm saying? It's not just people talking this stuff on TikTok. But y'all see okay, brother Lenzel said this shit got to be unconstitutional. And it is though, you know what I'm saying? But Trump, he like the hell with the Constitution and shit. He trying to, you know, all these executive orders or whatnot, you know, he's signing these to basically override the Constitution and shit. You know what I'm saying? They already didn't toe up the freedom of speech. We can't say what we want. You know what I'm saying? Let us say the wrong thing on these goddamn platforms and shit, man. They come get they come get your monkey ass. You know what I'm saying? Or they shut your ass down. One, we know they'll come get you if they feel like you throwing threats and shit. So, you know, I mean, yeah, it is, man. It is unconstitutionalized. You know what I'm saying? Unconstitutional. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, what the hell can we do, man? We can't do shit, man. All we can do, man, is keep these commandments and hope that the Most High come redeem us, man, and come save us from our enemies and shit, man. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on to be saved from my enemies, man, because these people, man, you know, it's like, damn, you know, I'm back here in this bullshit, man. Looking at these goddamn racist ass people, and they looking at me, and I know you goddamn people racist, and man, y'all just don't know, man, for real. But you know, that's you know what I wanted to talk about this week. Let me see, what is this? I think I got one more video. No, you know, that's going back. I'm not gonna go back. But you know, I guess I mean, man, I want to talk about my situation and shit, but I want to make sure that that I want to do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to do it, but then again, I don't want to do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just me. You know, I would rather have her here, you know what I'm saying, with me, so we can, you know what I'm saying, talk about it and you know, like, y'all can hear both sides of the story instead of one. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's my story, her story, and then it's the truth. You know, and I ain't got nothing to lie about, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. You know, but I know what the scriptures say, and if you're gonna go against the scriptures off your feelings and emotions, then you know what I'm saying. It ain't gonna. We always gonna have some problems and shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact, we always gonna have some problems, you know. So with that being said, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't got no problem with, you know, talking about it, you know, individually with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my brother Linzel, you know, I can, you know, chop it up with him and talk about it or whatnot and get his perspective about it, you know what I'm saying? I can be corrected, you know, I can be corrected or whatnot, you know. My brother Rye, you know what I'm saying? I can, you know, talk to him about it, you know what I'm saying, individually, and, you know, get some insight with him. But I'm thinking that I really need to kick it with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really need to kick it with somebody because I don't deal with people like that, you know what I'm saying? Because people they out there. And them being out there and shit, I can't relate. And they can't relate as far as on what I believe. You know what I'm saying? They don't. A lot of our people don't want to hear the Bible. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the Bible and shit, it's like, oh, here this nigga go right here and shit. Here he go. He come. Let me get the hell on. And y'all know how people be, man. But yeah, I know if I talk to somebody who's not in the scriptures or whatever, it'll be, you know, them coming from they feelings and emotions and what they feel or what they was taught. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need that. I don't need that because I'm not living by that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't see her, you know, talking to nobody who believe like we believe. You know what I'm saying? The people she talking to, they Christians. They don't know no better and shit about what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a lot going on and shit, man, you know, and I'd rather talk to my brothers, my brethren, you know what I'm saying, who believe, you know, who's in the scriptures, who know the scriptures or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe it could be something that I'm missing, you know what I'm saying, or that I'm wrong on, and I can, you know what I'm saying, I can humble myself and be like, you know, okay, this is some, you know, I'm on some bullshit. If I'm on some bullshit, then I'm on some bullshit, and I gotta correct myself, you know what I'm saying, and repent or whatnot. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. Same time next week, you know what I'm saying? It was, hey, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, it was some work trying to get through this goddamn live by myself and shit, man. This is something different right here. Cause it usually have old girl right here, you know what I'm saying? You know, giving me a break when I need to get my thoughts together, or you know what I'm saying, I didn't had a brain fart or something like that and shit, she there to pick me up. But same time next week, man, I'm gonna be here. If I gotta be here by myself, then you know what I'm saying, so be it, man. But I'm gonna be here, you know what I'm saying, because we still, you know, we still after the Most High's commandments and you know, his statutes or whatnot. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. Most High willing, same time next week. Y'all have a good, blessed Shabbat, and I appreciate y'all, Brother Araya, Brother Linzel, anybody else who was on the live that didn't speak in the chat. You know, my replay gang. Shalom. Shalom, y'all. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.